Not again.
Right, hello group again. My name's Wayne. I'm going to talk today about bees and honey. I haven't got any PowerPoint things, so we'll just be talking. We'll be doing a bit of a quiz, and then we'll be a bit more talking, and then we'll go on to honey tasting, and then I'll talk about the candles and the beeswax. And just forgot, I need me.
It's all right.
There's a few handouts in the quiz sheets, so I'll be handing them out shortly. Right, so they talk about bees. Oh, I better go on safety. Out this door, turn right, and then just move into the car parks if the fire alarm goes off. The drinks are at the back of the room, and you know, if you need the toilet or anything, just go to the toilet. Right, so we're going to talk about bees. Bees have been around for millions of years, and they basically collect nectar from plants, but they also, the nectar from plants is a sort of thank you for pollinating between male and female plants, but they turn nectar into honey. A colony of bees will have to fly 90,000 miles to produce 1 kilo of honey. That's 3 times around the world to get 1 kilo of honey. And the energy or the food a bee needs to do 1 circle of the earth is about 2 tablespoons. So, you know, they don't use up much energy, but they do fly a lot to collect it. And bees are the only insect in the world what produces food what humans can eat. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go on to quiz. So I'm going to hand these out. It's just to see if you know, if you've got any knowledge on bees, and then well, after you, we'll give you a couple of minutes to fill them in, and then we'll go through the answers. Okay. So if you want to pass them around.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So you got a. Oh, that's not the quiz, is it? No, sorry. They're the handouts. There's a quiz. Yeah, I'll give you handouts on the quiz. Yeah, there they are. Sorry about that. Right, so you've got a couple of minutes just to answer. It don't matter if you don't know answers, just guess, and then I'll go through answers afterwards. Yeah, they all just sort of a few basic facts about bees they are. So just answer A, B or C. And then we'll probably go around the room and use the six questions, so the 6 people, you know, each has a turn in answering. All happy?
Yep.
Yeah. Right then, Jane, what you got for answer 1? How far does a bee fly to collect a nectar?
6 miles.
6 miles? Does it? 6? Yeah, you're correct.
Yay.
They can fly up to 9 miles to collect honey, to collect nectar, but 6 is sort of average mileage they'll go. Right, question 2, Jane. What's how fast does a bee
I
fly?
would say 18 miles an hour.
18 mile an hour?
I said 8.
I've said
8.
8.
I
Yeah.
said 15.
Ooh, Jane's
I went
spot on. 15 mile an hour.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
the average speed of bee
Super
flies.
bee.
Yeah.
Queen bee, I think.
Queen bee, queen bee.
Very good. Right, Marnie,
Not to want to be outdone there.
6 weeks, I said.
they live for 6 weeks?
Yeah.
What has a real
I
shot?
said 6. I thought 11.
11? 6, yeah. You're
I said
mostly
11.
correct. It's 6 weeks, but in winter they live up to 4 to 6 months.
Wow.
I'll tell you later on in my presentation why it's 6 weeks.
So it's 11 weeks, was it?
6
Six,
weeks,
yeah.
yeah. Right then, Trace. How many eyes does a bee have?
I've said 2.
2?
I've said,
I said 2.
Two.
I've gone for 3.
I've said 3.
Yeah. It's because you've seen pictures of bees, haven't you? They've got
Yeah.
so big eyes, my friend. It's 5.
Well, then I'm thinking of the compound eyes. I'm like, oh god, there could be a trick there. 'cause
Yeah,
they're
there is
big
five.
eyes,
You
yeah.
get away when you
Now the two of
Did you get
the
that right?
no, the 2 on the front of the
got better
head,
scope of vision.
they're the ones with all the little lenses in, like you see on, you know, when you get on flies and whatever. But they've got 2 normal eyes on the top of the head and 1 very small one in between. So their panoramic view is huge.
That 360,
yeah. Right then.
So why do we need that panoramic view? Is that
The swatting. People
Because
swat them.
Yeah, they do, they don't they? Yeah.
a bee
That's why you can't get a
is
fly.
travelling up in the air, and they need to see, because of their sense of smell is like 10 times what a fly is. They'll know the smell of the flower, but they need to see where to go, and it's, you know, it's quite a very complex creature. Bees are. Right, Andrea, how many eggs does a queen bee lay?
I've said 1,000. I've gone for B for everything.
1,000.
Oh, I like it, Andrea. That's
Good
amazing.
thinking.
How
If
clever.
they'd have done that, that would have been.
Well, I said 1,500.
I did, I
That
said
would have been
15.
very good.
She's an expert.
You just swapped it up, haven't you?
It's just guesswork.
Yeah.
Tracy.
So in summer, a queen will lay at least 1,500 eggs a day. She can lay up to 2,500 in one day. But the queen actually decides which is going to be a male bee and which is going to be a female bee.
Ooh.
A male bee has no father. He's got a granddad, but he has no father. Because the queen bee collects all the sperm, and she's got the eggs, and then she decides in her own genetics that which one's going to be fertilised and which isn't. So a female bee, a honey bee, will be a fertilised egg, and a male one isn't. Right. So, Jace, how much honey?
I went for 1 teaspoon.
I did.
1
I
teaspoon.
did. I did.
112.
1/12?
Yeah.
Anybody else? So 1 teaspoon, and you've just said
You got
1/12. Alana's correct. It's
Oh.
1/12. So that
Hey,
poor
I've done
bee,
rubbish on this.
in its 6 weeks' life in summer,
Wow.
only produces, you know, like if you spill a little drop on a table, that's that bee's life gone. Yeah.
You have a wet
It's so
finger.
much.
This is why bee hives in summer, there'll be around 60 to 80,000 in one hive. Because you can imagine, if you only had a few bees, there would be no use in having them, would there? Because you wouldn't produce enough honey. So in winter they're down to about 20,000 because they go into survival mode then. So, but yeah, in summer the massive colonies. Currently I have 4 on the farm where I live, and I've only been doing this a year, so this is why I'm a bit slow with some of my answers, because it's just my own experience and some recent research I've done. Okay, right. So honey, we'll go on to that. I'll talk a bit about honey, and then we'll go on to tasting, the best part. All right.
I love it.
Yeah. Right. So honey contains all the substance you need to sustain life. It has water in it, it has enzymes, it has vitamins and minerals. It also has a chemical in it called procimivin, which has been proved to develop the human brain. I'm not going to say you're going to have a teaspoon of that and you'll be smarter, but eating it over long term, it has been proven that, you know, it can improve your brain's function. So. It has many other uses, not just eating. For thousands of years, I mean, the Egyptians used to embalm their bodies with it in these tombs with bandages and honey. So they knew it preserved things, and they also used it for healing. So if you had cuts and wounds, they put like honey on it, and then they just dressed
We
it
still
up.
do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
King's Mill still use honey today.
Honey dressings, yeah.
Mayuka honey, though, that's what they use. Now that comes from New Zealand. When these bees started producing Mayuka honey, it tastes disgusting. But then they found it had really good healing properties, so it's used throughout the world for that.
It's really expensive as well, isn't
It
it?
is very, because it only comes from New Zealand. You can't, there's nowhere else in the world that
No.
comes from. But it's also used, as everybody knows, common cold. It only works to a lesser degree. It's not a proven fact that it gets rid of colds. I don't think anything does really, does it? But we do use it, lemon and honey, for common colds.
I find if you put whiskey in it, I was
Yeah.
You don't care whether you've got a cold.
Yeah. Warming effect, I would have thought, yeah.
Now, honey was used for centuries for healing, and then at the turn of the last century, about World War II time, they discovered penicillin. So honey was sort of put on the back burner, and they'd use penicillin. Now, everybody's getting immune, as we know, to penicillin. So they're starting to go back to honey now to see what healing properties they can get from it. They're currently doing tests on patients with C. diff and salmonella and many other gut-borne bacteria, because they found that honey, the antioxidants in it, can counteract that. So giving a patient honey is a lot better than antibiotics, and then all the other problems are longer in hospital. So yeah, that's not proven yet, but they are researching it. It's also used as a beauty product, isn't it? But that's more royal jelly than honey.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do use honey in hair shampoos, don't they, and skin conditioners.
Hand cream and stuff. you
Hand
see.
cream, yeah. And things like pimples, they're finding, because it heals wounds.
Yeah.
That if you put it, somebody's got a lot of spots, if you put a bit of honey on, it gets rid of them. so yeah, the test.
A million
Yeah.
fine stuff to your face. You can't see his face there.
Great one.
Ah, that's the reason.
Right, and the good thing about honey as well, it never goes off. Not the stuff what you buy from the shop, there's a massive difference, but pure raw honey, which is what this is straight from the hive, this never goes off, ever. And now you've gone quiet, and why doesn't it go off? They've actually found some honey in a sealed jar in Egyptian tombs, with this is quite recently, and it's still edible. So as long as honey is kept in a dry environment with a tight lid, an airtight lid, it will never go off, ever.
So when you buy honey, do they put sell-by dates on it? Or
They
use-by dates?
they put use by, and the simple reason is honey eventually will crystallise.
Yeah.
Right, and everybody goes, oh, it's got lumps in it, I'll chuck that away. Just
But
warm
it's
it up in a
yeah.
pan of warm water, it'll go back to what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it never goes off. Yeah. And all honey eventually will set. You know how you buy set honey, and then I bet you've wondered what's the
Runny honey
difference.
set honey, yeah.
Well, that'll set. It'll taste exactly the same as the set honey. So after time, of leaving it, it will set just the same. But like I say, don't ever put honey in a wet environment or a damp environment, because honey for some reason does absorb water. So that's what will taint it. Some of the shop honey, the really cheap stuff what you buy, has got corn syrup in it, and maybe that's why it's got the sell-by date, because that's an additive.
It's not pure.
It's not pure. Yeah. I think now that they're actually on the bandwagon of getting raw honey in supermarkets, and they tend to put a bit of honeycomb in it. Just
Yeah.
I don't know what it's there for, but just to prove that it is
Yeah.
raw honey. For £8 to £15 a jar, it's a lot of money. Right, so now the handouts you've got, which I should have given you now. You've got all them. So there's a few more facts about bees. You see them? Yeah, I've already mentioned about the 2 tablespoons of honey. And
It's
only...
a female world, isn't it?
It is, it's a very
course.
female world. 99% of the bees in a hive are female. There's only 1% male.
Why is
That
that?
sounded like the world.
They
Right.
don't do anything wrong except
So-
It's
one
not.
thing.
It's
They
not.
don't do anything, do one thing.
Honey,
They don't even sting people, they do nothing. They're just
It's
freeloading.
a waste of space. That's why we.
males are a waste of space in a
Oh.
hive.
Yeah.
Hence why in winter they get kicked out. They don't want them there. So there's no males in winter.
Sounds like a fucking thing.
Yeah, sounds like
Me,
it.
no.
Yeah, males can't sting. They have to be fed. They don't really fly around much other than go for a
Freeloader.
wee or whatever. So yeah, they just sit there and they
Who
breed.
die then? Does it die off in the winter, the men?
They will die through winter because they've got no hive to
No,
keep
they've
them
got
warm and
nothing,
anything
have they?
else. So the queen will produce more males in
Yeah.
summer.
But she needs males then, don't she?
She needs males to keep the
the
female
populace
population. Well, that's why there's only 1% of them there. So they don't even find any food. They get fed. They don't really come out the hive other than to go to the toilet. Really.
Spider.
Yeah, just like, so they're there. Big gut. Downside to being a male bee: when you mate with the queen, you blow up. Yeah, your genitals are actually attached into your abdomen, and the sting holes get stuck in the female and it blows up. So you'll pop. Right, should we go on to the honey tasting? Because I've
Yeah, on that
talked
note, I
a
think
lot
we'll do.
longer. Right, we've got three honey jars. We've got
Why did you do that?
we've got rapeseed oil. So this is early May to June. Then we've got lime tree. It doesn't taste of lime, it's the lime tree. That's June to July. And then we've got heather honey, which is late August to September. So if you want, there's some spoons here. If you
We
want,
have to do it in an order, or can we just
no,
dig in?
just dig in. This fourth jar is from my farm, and it's a blend of all these. So you'll get a blend. So these are pure taste. So if you just want to take the lid off
The
and get
master
stuck in.
honey, that is.
For them who's not tasting, have got some beeswax. There's 2 different colours, isn't there? This is from the bottom of the hive, which we never touch. So, you know, in the bottom of the hive is where you have the brood. So all the young, so that's why it's darker. And this is from the soup is what we put on top. So there's never eggs laid in the top of the nest. We stop the queen from getting up there. So that's the only reason why there's 2 different colours. They're both the
Do you
same.
make that yourself as well, Wayne?
Yeah. Hey? Me.
That
Andrews.
Yeah.
Candles.
Yeah. You can polish with it as well.
Right, yeah,
You can polish with it.
Like
It's
that.
good for,
Nice
yeah.
spots on that.
and if you want to taste the actual finished product,
That's really good, that. Fantastic.
I've used it in embroidery as well. You know when you're embroidering and you want to pack, you just
Yeah,
pack
yeah.
your cottons through it, and it helps them slip through your material.
That's the master one, isn't it?
yeah, that's
Just smell that polish.
yeah. All you need to make furniture polish from beeswax is you get that, you mix it with some olive oil and a few scents, and then warm it up, and it becomes a paste.
How come they've got all 3 jars over there? How did that happen?
Greed,
Rockets.
pure greed.
What's that?
You make you can't be had.
Yeah.
Rockets.
Lime
You know that?
honey has.
Right.
You know that constant shop in the middle? Tastes like that.
Which is your honey then?
The master.
The master ones over there, lot.
That reminds me of rockets. That one.
Yeah, they've all
You
got
know the
the
middle?
yeah.
That is the one.
I thought it was
Is
a
that
bit of a
different to
ruse.
this?
You know when it was
Right.
different flower honeys, but they do taste different, don't they?
Yeah.
The heather one's quite
That probably
It
is.
is, yeah.
What's that one?
Unfortunately, I'm running out of time, but if you want to eat a little bit more honey, but that is the end of my presentation.
That's
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you.